What's up guys, PhazonFlux here with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. May not seem like it for you guys, but it's been a while for me. So, in the last episode, we arrived here in Celadon City, obtained, not a bag, we obtained 2 whole new party members. Yeah, Nasus the Growlithe and Nami the Eevee. And we also obtained some valuable intel about the Rocket Game Corner. Basically, we've heard a bunch of rumors that Team Rocket owns the place, and so we're going to do our civic duty to take them down. So, the Game Corner is kind of a staple area in Pokemon games. Basically, you play mini-games to win prizes. You have to use in-game currency called coins, which you can either pay for yourself, which I do not recommend, it's very cost ineffective. You get coins by winning mini-games. But currently I don't have any coins. So by checking the ground and talking to various people in this place, you can obtain coins. So I think I'll show that off real quick. Basically you can insert from 1, 2, or 3 coins into a slot. The more coins you insert, the bigger the payoff. And you press A to stop the slots, and if you get these, those are your payouts. So basically it's pretty difficult. Yes, I will quit playing. I just wanted to show it off. I'm also going to speed up real quick where to obtain all the coins on the floor and through talking to people. So I'll be right back. Okay, that'll just about do it for all the coins here. Now, in the bottom right corner is this Pokemon printer. Basically, it costs 50 Pokédollars to print your team onto the back of your Pokemon card, or your trainer card, which I'll show off here. If you flip your card over, down there at the bottom, you can see our current team. So that's pretty cool. But there's actually one more interesting person to talk to here. And that's Gym Guide Guy. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at the gym? Hey! You have better things to do, champ in the making. Celadon gym leader is Erica. She's a user of grass types, and she's at one with nature. She might appear docile because of her flower arranging, but she's not one to be taken lightly. Alright, thanks for the tips. But I think before we continue our investigation, we should check out the rewards that you can get for getting a lot of coins. So over here next to the game corner is this little house that sells items for coins. That's not really worth it. Over here, the right chick, she will sell a bunch of good TMs. Like this is Ice Beam, Iron Tail, Shadow Ball, what's this one again? Thunderbolt. I think the last one's Flamethrower. Right. Cool, so those are all really nice, but they're really expensive, so it's either going to take a lot of money or a lot of luck to get them. But the important thing here is this middle counter. You can buy Pokemon, 3 of which are new ones, which I will go over right now. Alright, first up we have Dratini. Dratini is a pure Dragon-type Pokemon, and it is the only Dragon-type Pokemon that you can obtain before the end of the game in FireRed and Leaf Green. So it's pretty standalone in terms of type. The Dragon type is really good. It's got so many different resistances and a lot of power. Dratini evolves into its final form at level 55, so it's a very high risk, high reward kind of Pokemon, kind of like Alakazam. It takes a lot of effort to get to it, but boy is it worth it. And its final form, Dragonite, is a dragon flying type Pokemon with great stats all across the board and an excellent move pool to go with it. Definitely recommend picking up a Dratini, but I would pick it up a little bit later in the game because you can actually catch it in the wild. Next up we have Scyther for FireRed only. This Pokemon has great speed and great physical attack and is a bug flying type Pokemon. As a result, its typing isn't that great. It's got a lot of weaknesses and really bad defenses. so it's going to have to deal a lot of damage to make up for it. And unfortunately, despite having a good attack and speed stat, its move pool leaves something to be desired, so I would pass on Scyther. You should note, however, that Scyther does have an evolution, but that's not until post-game. So, the leaf green equivalent of Scyther is Pinsir, which is a pure bug-type Pokemon whose only good stat is its physical attack. Now, that doesn't leave it with much going for it. The good thing about Pinsir is that it's got a very wide move pool. It can learn all sorts of fighting type, rock type, and ground type moves, but it doesn't really learn many bug moves, so it doesn't make use of its stab whatsoever. The best move it can learn of its own type is Mega Horn, and that's a very inaccurate move, so I also would skip on Pinsir. And the last Pokemon, the most expensive one here at the game corner, is Porygon. Now, this is a very underwhelming Pokemon in just about all of its stats. It can pull off some cool gimmicky moves like Sharpen and the various conversion moves that will change its type or change your opponent's type. But other than that, it doesn't really have much going for it. It actually has an evolution, but yet again, it's not until post-game. So there's no point in picking it up for your team at this point in time. Alright guys, yep, that'll just about do it there. I say we continue our investigation of this shady game corner. There's one more person we haven't talked to yet, and it's a Team Rocket member. I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else. Okay, dude, I'm not gonna judge you or anything, but especially concerning your life choices, but if you're just sitting around guarding a poster, I feel like you could be doing a lot more important stuff. Alright, well, this is the first time that Nasus has seen battle in this Let's Play. Takes a huge hit from a Hyper Fang, and I'm not going to risk keeping him out there, so I'm going to have to employ the swap strategy from here on out, it looks like. Where I throw Nasus in and immediately swap him to a stronger Pokemon. At least until he gets strong enough that he can handle his own. Alright, Nasus may not have gotten a level, but good old Corky did. See that? Alright, swap back to a Nasus. I'm gonna let Xerath handle this, that's his specialty. And of course I'm confused, so we'll see how this goes. Confusion is my least favorite status condition, as you can see here, I always hit myself, but whenever I use it on the opponent, it never works. Well, I guess it's not entirely true. I guess I just remember it failing more than I remember it succeeding. So, oh man, I'm gonna laugh if this Zubat actually takes down Xerath. Okay, good. But yeah, have you ever noticed that people tend to remember the bad stuff rather than the good? I have no idea why that's the case. I know I do it myself. But it's definitely something I'm trying to get out of. I want to be more thankful. The Team Rocket hideout might be discovered. What? I better tell boss. Well, that's some pretty key info, and he disappears. So if we check this area over here, find that there's nothing. But, if we recall what he said, he was guarding this poster. So, it turns out there's a switch behind it, which reveals a staircase leading to the next dungeon, the Rocket Hideout. Now, it should be noted that this is not Team Rocket's headquarters, so this is not the final showdown, but this is one of their hideouts. So this could be a major blow to them if we were able to stop them here. So I'm going to try and skip as many skippable trainers as I can. That room leads nowhere right now, so I'll skip it for now. Let's see. Don't want to be seen by this guy. Go away, please. Thank you. Oh, good. For a second I thought he was going to see me. But alright, the Rocket Hideout introduces a cool little puzzle mechanic using these little arrow tiles, which when you step on one, it sends you in that direction until you hit either another arrow tile, a wall, or a yellow square. The wall and yellow squares will stop your movement, the arrows will just change your direction. So you gotta kind of watch where you step. You might end up back at the very start. Alright, super potion, not a bad find. So yeah, this can get kind of confusing if I start talking a lot, so I'm gonna try and be quiet, but at the same time still talk to you guys. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out, but we'll see. So kind of make it through there simply enough. It's not that difficult. The next one's a little bit more difficult. So over here is an elevator, but we can't quite access it yet. We need a key apparently. So coming upstairs, going all the way to the corner here, we find a whopping hyper potion, which is really great at this point in the game. Pretty much guarantees you to fully restore your Pokemon's health. So both of these guys are yet again skippable trainers, so I will do just that. Alright, snuck past him. So let's see, come down here. This guy's technically skippable, but you get an item for beating him, so I figured let's share this one. There hasn't been much fighting in this episode yet anyways, so yeah. And also he mentioned that he had word of us coming from upstairs, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, if this is an organized crime syndicate's hideout, not only are they going to have cameras everywhere, but as I'm trouncing trainers on the way down, we're just going to get out that someone's trying to take them down. But at the same time, I don't understand why they don't just swarm me entirely and take me down with all their Pokemon. Granted, all of my Pokemon are far better than theirs, but at the same time, if I am trying to take on 10 or 12 Pokemon all at the same time, there's no way I'd be able to do that. So, I don't know, it's like they're just trying to follow a rule or something. But that doesn't make sense, since Team Rocket is all about breaking the rules and making money however they can. They don't really care about rules. But I guess that's why you just don't question video game logic. And just like that, he goes down.